When a client asks you, what's the cost? I do not want you to say these three words, which are,
what's your budget?
and you know what the funny thing is? A lot of people say that thinking they're being clever. That client has just said to me, what's the cost? Well, I've thrown it back with, what's your budget? You're not playing a game of chess. Because those three words are the worst strategic move you could make. Because that question actually weakens your position. Let me explain. Let's imagine you walk into a baker because you're after a special birthday cake for your son. You see the baker behind the counter and you go over and say, how much is it going to cost for me to have a custom cake? And the baker leans over the counter, smiles at you and says, well, what's your budget? At that point, you're probably going to pause for a second and you're going to be thinking, wait a minute, you're the baker. What are you asking me for? I just want a good cake. Because in that moment, that baker no longer feels like an expert. It's going to feel like they're making it up on the spot. You know, when you see websites and they say contact us for a free quote, and you go to the website or you click on a link and you give the details and then it says, yeah, we'll get back to you. And you kind of go, but I thought I was going to get a range of prices or some idea of what the cost might be. So let me now make it relatable to web designers, okay? Someone's going to come over to you and they're going to say, I need a website built. What's it going to cost? And it's not uncommon for a lot of people to say, well, what's your budget? And by doing that, we've just opened up Pandora's box because we're now telling the client that our pricing isn't really set in stone. It's very flexible. And in some way, it's now open to negotiation because it will all depend on your budget. Now, I know you could argue with me and say, and I know I've advised this as well, when we know what the client's budget is, we can then tailor the solution for that budget. But I'm going to get you to think a little bit differently. When we ask them for their budget, we're suddenly no longer selling our expertise, that we've given them the control to anchor the price. So let's say you would like to build a website for $5,000 and they say their budget is $1,000. They've anchored that price. You're going to have to now try and provide a solution that hits that. And even if you really do want to get them up to $3,000 to $4,000, because they have psychologically anchored their price down to $1,000, there might be a bit of give or put down on that. You're now tailoring and working to that. They're going to try and hold you to that. And if you're in a situation where you haven't had any work for a while and now you're a bit desperate, you might go, well, okay, yeah, I'll do something for you. You've just lost 80% of what you really wanted because you went and asked them what their budget was. Do you think we can stretch a bit more? Do you think we can do a bit extra? Well, you want X, Y, Z, so I can't do that for you, but I will do this. But deep down, you know, look, let's be honest here. You know, when you quote $5,000, a small chunk of that was going to be the SEO and accessibility and all of these little things, right? You really wanted to get at least $4,500 for the building of the website. Well, now you might cut out the SEO. You might not make it very accessible, which in real terms, as a web designer, should you really be putting a cost on that? Should you not be delivering and providing that anyway? But you've now anchored yourself down to $1,000. The client might have been happy to pay $3,500 to $4,000, but the minute you said, what's your budget? Look, if someone walks in to buy some trainers and then you got the Nike Air and it's like $150, but the store owner goes, well, what do you want to pay for it? They're not going to jump up to $150 or $100. They're probably going to come down to, oh, I don't know, $40. That's my best final offer. So what should you do about this situation where the client says, what's the cost? The first thing you want to do is get clarity. Find out what the client really wants. So how about you try something like this? Before I give you a price, can I please understand what you're trying to achieve with this website? Just take a step back for a moment. What's the cost of the website? And your reaction was, what's the budget? You don't even know what they want yet. Why jump in with the budget question? First, find out what the aim of the website is and what kind of website they're after. The second thing you can do is give them options or a range. So once you now know what kind of website they're after or what they're trying to achieve, then you want to go and say something like, projects like this normally fall between $3,000 to $5,000 depending on the complexity and the time scale of delivery. Now all of a sudden, you've gone and set the anchor and it's working to your favor. Because in an ideal world, you want 5,000, but if you had to cut it down, you're happy to work within a range of 3 to 5. And you can explain to them that the 5-page simple website we can do for 3,000, but if we want to add in a bit more automation or a booking form or even a Calendly link, we're going to have to go up a bit. Of course, the client regains control because they will pick the option they want to go for, but you've anchored almost like the minimum and the maximum. The other thing you could do is be really blunt and just say my projects normally start from $3,000. You know, being really upfront about it, and that's something I do, and I know a lot of other web designers as well. In fact, lots of industries and businesses do this because I'm basically telling you, this is where I start from. This is my basic offering. If we now need to make it more complex or we need to do more features on it, then the price will obviously go up, but I've anchored it. And if the client then goes, well, I can only afford 1,000, well, what are you getting in touch with me for then? You know it's advertised on my website, on my business card, on my LinkedIn profile. This is where I start from. These 3 things are going to ensure that your reply to them is simple, clear, professional. You've now clarified what do they want to achieve? What are they after? What are your ranges? Or maybe what your starting price is. And 2 things can happen now. Either the client gets scared and runs off, well, maybe they weren't the right kind of client that you wanted to be working with anyway, or they stick around. The difference between a $500 client and a $5,000 client isn't always down to your design skills. It's down to the conversation you have with them. It comes down to the 3 words you did not reply with when they asked you what's the cost.